Today is unlike any other day. Energy is shifting in ways that few will notice, yet those attuned will feel a ripple deep within. October 13th, 2025 is not just a date on the calendar. It is a portal, a rare alignment that stirs the mind, awakens the body, and ignites the spirit. Those who move quietly through life, alert and aware, are being called. The universe whispers to them, guiding them toward change that cannot be ignored. You are about to enter a space where the ordinary dissolves and subtle forces reveal hidden paths. Ancient Shaolin wisdom teaches that transformation begins with awareness, with stillness, with the courage to listen. On this day, the energy favors those who have cultivated patience, discipline, and clarity. It favors those who are ready to step into a higher rhythm of life, even if the world around them seems unchanged. In this video, you will discover principles rarely spoken of outside the walls of Shaolin temples. You will learn how to align body, mind, and spirit, how to harness intuition as a guiding compass, and how the quiet moments of reflection carry the power to transform your reality. The portal of October 13th holds a unique frequency, a surge that can unlock clarity, courage, and a sense of purpose unlike anything experienced before. Stay fully present, observe without judgment, and let these teachings sink deeply. By the end of this journey, you will understand not just the significance of this day, but how to embody the qualities of a chosen one, the alert, the awakened, the seekers of inner mastery. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire, where ancient wisdom meets modern transformation. Subscribe now and step with us into the energy that is waiting to guide you. In the silence between heartbeats, the world speaks more clearly than in 1,000 words. Shaolin masters have always known that mastery does not begin with movement, but with stillness. When the body rests and the mind settles, a quiet awareness emerges, subtle yet powerful, like the first light before dawn. It is here, in the space of calm, that the universe begins to reveal its patterns, its hidden rhythms. Many rush through life, chasing signs and signals, unaware that the most profound truths arrive not in noise, but in the hush of observation. Stillness is not emptiness, it is an active presence, a vigilant attention that notices what others overlook. The leaves trembling in the wind, the pause in a stranger's gaze, the fleeting thought that rises unbidden, these are the whispers of possibility. They guide those ready to listen, those who are alert enough to sense the subtle currents shifting beneath the surface. On days charged with extraordinary energy, such as October 13th, the world seems to move faster, yet the wise slow down. They stop reacting to the chaos around them and begin to observe. Each sensation, each thought, each flicker of emotion becomes a clue. The craziest shifts often arrive quietly, like a sudden breeze that turns a leaf, altering the path of a river. Those who react impulsively miss the subtle invitations. Those who remain still, patient, and aware find themselves at the threshold of insight, seeing doors where others see walls. Stillness cultivates a rare clarity. It teaches the mind to pause before judgment, the body to move with intention, and the spirit to recognize opportunity in the smallest detail. It is the first step on the path of mastery, the quiet foundation upon which courage, wisdom, and power are built. In stillness, the call becomes clear, and the chosen are ready to answer. The body holds memory, the mind holds thought, and the spirit holds intention. When these three converge in harmony, a quiet strength arises that is felt more than seen. Ancient Shaolin teachings speak of this alignment not as an abstract ideal, but as a living practice. Each posture, each breath, each deliberate action becomes a thread weaving the self into a single coherent whole. In training halls, masters often move slowly, yet with immense presence. Every step, every gesture is measured and intentional, bridging the physical and the unseen. The breath is not merely air entering the lungs, it is a conductor carrying energy through the body, sharpening awareness and anchoring the mind. When posture, breath, and intention flow together, the mind sharpens without strain, and the spirit becomes attuned to currents that escape the ordinary eye. This alignment is not built in a single moment. It grows through discipline, repetition, and quiet reflection. Daily practice shapes resilience, teaching the body to remain steady when the mind wavers and the mind to remain calm when the spirit feels uncertain. It is in this cultivated harmony that true power lives, a power that does not demand force but commands presence. When sudden shifts arise, whether in circumstance or opportunity, the aligned self moves without fear. Decisions are made with clarity, reactions are measured, and challenges are met with a composed awareness. External chaos may swirl, but the inner current remains steady like a deep river beneath the rippling surface. This is the essence of inner mastery, the ability to remain whole, centered, and responsive even when the world turns unexpectedly. Alignment of body, mind, and spirit is the foundation, the quiet engine of transformation, and the subtle path through which the chosen navigate both challenge and awakening with grace. Discipline is often mistaken for chains, but in truth, it is the quiet key that unlocks freedom. In Shaolin tradition, the path to mastery begins not with grand gestures, but with the repetition of small, deliberate acts. Rising before dawn, holding a posture, mastering a breath. Each action may seem minor, yet over time they forge resilience and clarity that no chaos can unsettle. The body learns patience, the mind learns focus, and the spirit learns endurance. Each moment of disciplined practice is like a brick laid in the foundation of inner strength. The power that emerges is subtle yet unshakable, carrying a calm authority that does not demand attention but commands presence. Those who cultivate discipline in silence discover that freedom is not the absence of rules, but the mastery of self. Through discipline, impulses are tempered, fears are understood, and choices arise from clarity rather than reaction. During times of profound change, when energies shift unpredictably, discipline becomes the anchor. The world may move like a storm, but the disciplined mind remains rooted, steady in observation, and patient in response. Ancient masters taught that without consistent practice, the mind is tossed by every whim, the spirit bends with every wind. But with discipline, even the most turbulent currents are navigable, and each challenge becomes a teacher rather than a threat. True freedom is not external. It is the ability to move through life with intention, awareness, and grace. It is the calm center in a spinning world, the silent power that guides action without haste. Discipline, practiced daily and without complaint, becomes the vehicle through which inner mastery is realized. It transforms repetition into wisdom, effort into ease, and ordinary life into a journey where every step carries the strength of 1,000 lessons learned. To be truly awake is to witness life without distraction, to see the threads that connect each moment into a living tapestry. In Shaolin philosophy, mindfulness is not a technique, but a way of being, a quiet, continuous awareness that reveals what lies beneath the surface. Every breath, every step, every thought carries information, subtle signals that the untrained mind often overlooks. Through mindful observation, patterns become clear. Habits that once controlled behavior reveal themselves. Repeated thoughts and impulses are no longer hidden currents, but visible markers of how the mind moves. The world, normally chaotic and overwhelming, begins to speak with clarity. Each encounter, each choice, becomes an opportunity to learn, to adjust, to grow. This awareness is the silent teacher, present in stillness and motion alike. When energy shifts as it does on days like October 13th, the importance of presence intensifies. Those who are scattered, distracted, or rushed may miss the openings that appear, the subtle invitations from the universe to move, act, or release. But those who cultivate mindfulness recognize the hidden currents. They notice the momentary pause before a decision, the quiet hint in a fleeting encounter, the slight tremor of energy that signals change. Being fully present allows one to respond with insight rather than reaction, to act with precision rather than impulse. Mindful awareness also fosters patience. It teaches that transformation is not always dramatic or immediate. The mind learns to observe without judgment, to feel without attachment, and to move with intention. In this state, even the smallest detail carries significance, and every moment offers guidance. The art of mindfulness turns ordinary awareness into extraordinary perception, revealing paths that remain invisible to the restless or inattentive. In this way, being awake is both a shield and a key, opening doors that only the truly present can see. Change cannot take root where the past clings tightly. Shaolin teachings remind us that transformation is born not only from learning, but from letting go. Every fear, every limiting belief, every attachment carries weight, subtle yet persistent, slowing the movement of energy and clouding the clarity of the mind. To step into a higher state of being, these burdens must be released with awareness and intention. The process is rarely sudden. Like leaves falling in autumn, the old self detaches gradually, each layer of habit and thought quietly loosening its hold. Shaolin masters guide students to observe what no longer serves them, to feel its presence without resistance, and then to allow it to pass. Resistance only strengthens the hold. Acceptance opens the way. In stillness, one begins to see which thoughts are echoes of fear, which emotions are shadows of past wounds, and which attachments are chains disguised as comfort. Shedding the unnecessary is not a loss, but a liberation. The energy once trapped in old patterns can flow freely, nourishing clarity, insight, and courage. The mind becomes a clean vessel, ready to receive new understanding. The body moves with ease, no longer bound by tension accumulated through avoidance or denial, and the spirit awakens to its own natural rhythm, unclouded by past identity or expectation. In this quiet release, the new self emerges naturally, not as a forced construct, but as a living presence shaped by clarity, discipline, and mindful intention. Transformation is not found in acquiring more, but in uncovering what has always been present beneath the clutter. The path forward opens only when the weight of the old self has been surrendered, and what remains is a mind, body, and spirit poised to meet the next wave of growth with balance, awareness, and strength. In the quiet corners of the mind, where thoughts no longer demand attention, something extraordinary begins to stir. Silence is not absence, it is a fertile space where insight, clarity, and intuition grow. Shaolin philosophy teaches that the mind, constantly filled with noise and distraction, cannot perceive the subtle currents of energy that shape life. Only through cultivating inner silence does awareness deepen, revealing truths that are normally hidden. Daily practices anchor this silence. Meditation, slow breathing, and deliberate stillness are more than exercises. They are invitations to step beyond the chatter of the mind and into the rhythm of presence. Each inhalation, each pause, becomes a thread connecting the body, mind, and spirit. In these moments, the ordinary begins to shimmer with subtle significance. Thoughts settle like sediment in water, and the mind gains clarity that carries into every action. Silence also teaches patience. It asks for no immediate results, no rush, no achievement. It asks only that the practitioner remain present, receptive, and aware. The lessons it imparts are gentle yet profound, shaping perception, judgment, and intention over time. Energy that once scattered in distraction is now concentrated, focused, and aligned. On days of extraordinary energetic shifts, such as October 13th, the power of inner silence is amplified. Those who have cultivated stillness feel currents that others miss. Insights arise naturally, guidance appears subtly, and opportunities present themselves without force. Silence becomes a vessel through which transformation flows, a quiet gateway to understanding, mastery, and clarity. In this sacred stillness, the mind sharpens, the spirit awakens, and the chosen learn to move with the rhythm of the universe, guided not by noise, but by the profound whisper of inner knowing. There is a quiet voice within, soft and often overlooked, yet it carries wisdom older than thought itself. Shaolin masters describe it as the compass of the spirit, intuition. It does not shout but whispers. It does not demand but guides. In moments of uncertainty, when circumstances shift suddenly and the mind seeks control, this subtle knowing points the way forward. Intuition is cultivated through presence and discipline. It grows when the mind is still, when actions are deliberate, and when attention rests fully on the moment. A practitioner learns to notice small signals, a hesitation before a choice, a feeling in the body, a fleeting thought that lingers longer than ordinary. These are not coincidences. They are the language of the inner self, speaking truths that rational calculation alone cannot reach. Shaolin philosophy teaches balance. Rational thought and strategy are essential, but alone they are limited. When combined with intuition, decisions carry both clarity and depth. A master observes, calculates, and listens, integrating the subtle guidance that arises from within. In this way, intuition is not mystical or random. It is a cultivated skill, sharpened through awareness, reflection, and disciplined practice. On days of heightened energy, such as October 13th, intuition becomes a powerful ally. The currents of change move swiftly, presenting opportunities and challenges in equal measure. Those attuned to their inner compass navigate these shifts with fluidity and confidence. The mind does not cling to control, yet it does not drift aimlessly. Each step aligns with insight, each choice resonates with clarity, and each moment becomes a gateway for growth. Intuition is both shield and guide. It protects from unseen pitfalls, directs toward paths of alignment, and accelerates the unfolding of personal mastery. Those who listen carefully learn to trust the quiet voice within, moving through life with a confidence born not of force but of attunement to the deep intelligence that has always been present. Energy is the currency of life, subtle yet powerful, shaping thought, action, and perception. Shaolin masters understand that where attention flows, energy follows. When scattered across too many desires, fears, or distractions, energy dissipates, leaving the mind restless and the body fatigued. To navigate transformation, one must learn to direct it with intention, to conserve it, and to channel it toward meaningful practice. The ancient principle of mitahara offers guidance beyond the physical act of eating. It teaches moderation in all areas of life, in what we consume, how we move, and how we think. Overindulgence, whether in food, activity, or mental chatter, clouds clarity and disturbs equilibrium. Underconsumption, on the other hand, leaves the system weak and unprepared. True mastery lies in balance, the careful tuning of intake and output, attention and rest, effort and surrender. Daily practice becomes a map for managing energy. Conscious eating, deliberate movement, and focused thought cultivate steadiness. The body, nourished and rested, supports a mind that can observe without distraction. The mind, disciplined and clear, directs attention without waste. The spirit, balanced and aligned, senses opportunities and avoids unnecessary drain. This harmony allows the practitioner to remain centered even as external currents shift unpredictably. During heightened energetic periods like October 13th, the lessons of mitahara are amplified. Excessive reaction, unchecked activity, or scattered focus can overwhelm, whereas moderation creates space for insight, resilience, and intentional action. Energy flows smoothly, supporting both inner work and external engagement. Balance is not limitation, it is freedom. It is the anchor that allows transformation to unfold without chaos, the quiet framework upon which mastery is built. In managing energy with care, one moves through change with strength, clarity, and enduring presence, prepared to meet the currents of life with both wisdom and grace. In the rhythm of daily life, small rituals carry immense power. Shaolin masters understood that true transformation is not a singular event, but a continuous unfolding. Repeated actions, performed with awareness, anchor lessons, and integrate growth into the very fabric of being. Each ritual, whether rising with the sun, bowing in gratitude, or pausing to breathe deeply, becomes a bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary, a thread weaving conscious practice into daily existence. Reflection is the companion of ritual. Without it, actions remain mechanical, experiences pass without imprint. By turning inward, examining thoughts, emotions, and reactions, one allows the lessons of life to settle into the subconscious. Patterns emerge, insights deepen, and understanding transforms from concept into embodied wisdom. Reflection is not judgment, it is attentive observation, a quiet dialogue with oneself that honors both progress and imperfection. Rituals create continuity, a sense of stability amidst change. They align the body, mind, and spirit, establishing a rhythm that nurtures clarity and focus. In this continuity, the shifts of energy, such as those on October 13th, are not chaotic intrusions, but invitations to apply what has been learned. The mind recognizes familiar structures, the body responds with ease, and the spirit remains attuned to subtle currents. Through ritual and reflection, transformation becomes woven into daily life rather than something separate or forced. Each act of intention, each moment of introspection shapes the self in quiet, profound ways. Ordinary movements acquire meaning, fleeting experiences leave lasting imprint, and the energy of personal mastery flows seamlessly from practice into presence. In this sacred loop of ritual and reflection, learning is embodied, insight is deepened, and the path of the chosen is steadily illuminated, moment by moment. Life rarely unfolds according to expectation. Shifts arrive unannounced, currents change direction, and the familiar can dissolve in an instant. In these moments, the mind seeks control, grasping for certainty. Shaolin wisdom offers a different path, trust in the process. Change, no matter how chaotic it appears, carries purpose. Each turn, each challenge, each pause is part of a larger rhythm that the wise learn to follow rather than resist. Trust is cultivated through patience and disciplined observation. The masters teach that nothing is wasted, nothing is accidental. Even obstacles, frustration, and uncertainty are teachers, shaping perception, tempering character, and refining understanding. By observing without judgment and engaging with intention, one begins to sense the flow beneath the surface, the hidden order in apparent disorder. Patience is not passive waiting, it is active alignment with the natural unfolding of events, a poised readiness to respond with clarity and grace. Faith in the process allows the practitioner to navigate uncertainty without being overwhelmed. The mind remains anchored, the body calm, and the spirit receptive. Actions arise from insight rather than reaction, and decisions carry both discernment and flexibility. Shaolin philosophy reminds that rushing or forcing outcomes only disturbs the harmony already present. By surrendering to the flow while maintaining awareness, one moves through transformation with ease, turning challenge into opportunity and disruption into awakening. In this trust, mastery is revealed not as control over life, but as alignment with its currents. The chaos of change becomes a mirror, reflecting the steadiness cultivated within. Each shift, each twist of fate is a chance to practice patience, to deepen awareness, and to strengthen inner resilience. Those who embrace this principle find that uncertainty is no longer a threat, but a doorway, a passage through which growth, insight, and personal transformation unfold naturally and inevitably. The shift of October 13th is more than a moment in time. It is an invitation to awaken from within. True change begins in stillness, in alignment of body, mind, and spirit, and in the disciplined practice of presence and mindfulness. By embracing these principles, you step fully into the path of the chosen one, moving with clarity, courage, and awareness through the currents of life. Remember that transformation is not a distant goal. It is woven into each moment, each breath, each deliberate choice. The energy of this day is here to guide you, but its power is realized only when you remain present, observe carefully, and trust the unfolding of your own consciousness. Small, consistent actions rooted in discipline and reflection create profound inner shifts that ripple outward into every aspect of life. Take what resonates and apply it quietly, steadily, and with intention. Honor the lessons of stillness, intuition, moderation, and trust. Let each moment become an opportunity to practice mastery over self rather than seeking control over the world. May the subtle currents of October 13th awaken insight, balance, and presence in your life. Step gently into this energy, carry it forward, and allow your own awareness to expand naturally and deeply. If this message has guided you or sparked reflection, join us on this path of ancient wisdom and personal mastery. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, Shaolin Soulfire, and continue walking the journey of awakening with us. Peace and clarity be with you.